Hey guys, so today we're going to go through a squat mobility drill that my physiotherapist gave me, or my sports therapist, Dana. Um, Basically, it's just to sit in the bottom of a squat for 4 minutes. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And then if we struggle, then I'll give you a couple of regressions, which will hopefully make it a little bit easier. So the first principle essentially is just to sit in a deep squat. All right. Excuse the slides. So from here, my feet want to be about hip to shoulder width apart with a slight external rotation of the feet just to give my hips a bit more room. Simple as it is on the tin, all I'm going to do is just sit my hips back and down and just try and sit right at the bottom of my squat position. All right. So the key here is that obviously my knees are going out over my toes and my chest is up nice and tall. I don't want to be in the bottom all sagged. Okay, I want to be nice and tall. Some of you might find that you want to bring your feet a little bit narrower, okay, or a little bit wider. Essentially, the idea is that our feet want to be nice and flat on the floor, and it allows us to get into our ankles and into our hips. So from the side, what it's going to look like from here is I'm just going to squat down, okay, keeping my chest up, all right, nice and proud here. I'm just sitting in this bottom position. Okay, generally I'll prescribe this anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes, with 4 kind of being the average. Cool, so that's what the normal squat will look like. Now to make this a little bit easier, I've got a couple of books. So essentially all we're going to do, I'll just kick my slides off, is we're going to use these as wedges to give us a little bit more dorsiflexion, which will allow my ankle to have a bit more mobility. So from the side, also, important note is just to make sure the books are the same thickness, because otherwise you're going to have one ankle which is higher than the other. So you're going to wedge them together, okay? And all I want you to do is put the base of your heel on the books. So not the whole of your foot, just the base of your heel. From here, all I want you to do is exactly the same thing. You're just going to sit yourself down into that deep squat, and you'll notice how now, comparative to the squat that I just did, my knee is a lot more flexed. All right, so it's given my ankle a lot more range on this left leg. I've had a couple of issues with my left ankle here, okay, and it works exactly the same thing. So I'm still trying to keep my chest up nice and tall, pushing my knees out in front of me, and I'm getting a nice stretch in my hips and my ankles. Okay, again, if we struggle with this, then what we can do is we can use an external weight. I don't have a weight on me, so I'm just going to imagine that this is going to be a kettlebell or a dumbbell, okay, or we can use potentially a bookcase. We can use a backpack loaded with books, something that's relatively heavy. And all I'm going to do from here is essentially just demonstrate what you would do with a goblet squat. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to hug the dumbbell or the kettlebell in front of me. I'm going to sit myself down nice and slowly with my chest staying up. And once I'm comfortable in this position, all right, and my elbows inside my knees, okay, once I'm comfortable, what I can do then is I can just pop the object away, and I'm just trying to stay in that nice stiff upright position. Okay, if it's more comfortable for you, if you find it easier to hold the weight because it keeps you pinned down, by all means keep it tucked into your chest. Try not to let it drift away, and don't let your chest drop forwards. Hopefully that helps. Again, generally I'll do this at the end of the day. Once I'm like relaxed, once I've finished the day. And usually I would hold it from anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes, with 4 being kind of the average. All right, so let me know how you guys get on. This will also be in the mobility program that we're going to be putting out later on in the week, and there we go.